ZBCN is much bigger than you think, and a lot of people will be left behind. They will be left behind. They're gonna miss out on the massive run that ZBCN will go on. Obviously, nothing in crypto is guaranteed, but in my opinion, this project has a way better shot than like 90%, 95% of altcoins in the space. From everything that I've researched, from all the structure that I'm seeing, from the tokenomics to the utility to the team being so well connected and the consistent building that the team does, and also the massively strong community that you have with the project as well, right? Guys, I'm telling you, crypto is, a blessing, and I know it's in a tough spot right now, and people are thinking, will the market ever recover? Is it over for the market? Will retail investors ever come back? I think you just have to stick with it, man. You just have to go through those tough times, right? You also have to stay very safe as well, right? On screen right now, you're going to see some Ledger devices. I'm bullish on Ledger. I have Ledgers here that I use, and I have all my crypto stored on Ledgers. Linked to my Web 2 wallets, Web 3 wallets. So MetaMask Phantom, I have my Ledger linked to it, right? So in order for you to transact on them, you need that Ledger in person, or else you get no access to it, right? So I have some on screen. I think you guys should pick up a few, right? Spread your money out. That way you be as safe as possible. A lot of scammers running rampant in the space. I saw so many stories of people losing their money. So I just want you guys to be as safe as possible. Not your keys, not your crypto, right? So, again, stay safe out there. We're going to be diving into what X Finance Bull has recently posted on ZBCN, how much bigger it is than a lot of people think. Even XRP holders as well, like I stated in previous videos, are bullish on ZBCN as well, right? And this is one of the first times you see that, where even some XRP holders or a portion of XRP holders are like, yo, this is actually a good project. I might dip my toes in here, right? So we're going to do this breakdown, a deep dive into ZBCN, right? My followers asked me to research ZBCN. I sat down and actually did it. Zebec is processing over 500 million in enterprise payroll annually, streaming payments by the second using stablecoins, 250 enterprise clients already live, 18 blockchain integrations, ISO compliance is built in. That's the same standard global banks are migrating to, and they also have SOC 2 compliance as well. Fully distributed supply by March 2026, revenue buybacks built into the tokenomics. This is payroll infrastructure for the Web 3 era. The foundation is already poured. What should I research next? X Finance Bull, you do another Zebec update. That's what you do. But he has a great diagram here and a great breakdown of Zebec here, and we're going to go through that, right? So real-time payroll, multi-chain payments, and institutional grade Web3 finance, right? So real-time streaming payments, continuous payroll subscriptions, and disbursements paid by the second using stablecoins, right? Very bullish stuff. Solana-based infrastructure, high-speed, low-cost, decentralized payment layer has been live since 2021, right? Multi-chain interoperability, which is I'm more bullish on, right? You're supposed to be able to get access to this thing anywhere, anytime, any chain, right? Because a lot of people are turned off by Ethereum, so a lot of people are turned off by Solana. Some are Avalanche bulls, some are BNB bulls, right? So anywhere, anytime, multi-chain is the real way to go, right? Supports 18 blockchains and 150 plus tokens for seamless cross-chain payments. Awesome stuff to see, guys, like truly, right? That's one of the use cases I'm really bullish on, right? Because I'm trading on every chain. There's a new chain, I'm there, right? Enterprise payroll at scale, 500 mil plus annual payroll volume with 250 enterprise clients, right? So they literally have 250 TradFi clients already with 500 million plus annual payroll volume, guys. People are using the Zebec network, guys. That's what you want to see, right? ZBCN token utility, governance fees, stake rewards, debit card funding, and DeFi collateral, right? So governance, very important. Staking, I know a lot of people love staking. DeFi is one of the key use cases for crypto that a lot of people have left in the dust, but I think that's one of the best use cases from crypto. You could earn more than you earn in a bank. This is why you should be in crypto, right? You could get more interest being in crypto. Deflationary tokenomics, fully distributed supply by March 2026 with revenue-backed buybacks, right? Buybacks also very strong use case. If you already have all of the supply out, most of the hands are in holders, diamond hand holders, then you toss some buybacks on top of that, you get some great upside, in my opinion. So global expansion catalyst, ZBCN launch. ZBCN, which is with World Mobile that we recently talked about, and then also we have the super app for Zebec going live. Also ISO compliance as well. There's, like I showed you guys on previous videos, ISO compliant crypto, right? Zebec being ISO compliant puts it in the leagues of these projects, right? ISO compliant crypto are digital assets designed to adhere to the ISO 20022 standard, enabling seamless, secure, and standardized messaging for cross-border transactions between blockchain networks and traditional banking systems. Key compliant cryptos or coins include XRP, XLM, XDC Network, Algorand, IOTA, HBAR, Quant, and Cardano, right? So the projects, the 3 projects, right, that I talk about on the channel, 3 of the projects are ISO compliant, right? And I talk about XRP and I've talked about XDC as well. Not much viewership tuning into those videos, but I've spoken about them, right? And I'm bullish on XRP, man. XRP is one of the altcoins that actually went up this bull run. it did like an 8x from the low, where 99% of them didn't go up. XRP actually did. XLM as well too did a 5x, where 99% of, like, there was only like, I tell you, there was like less than 10 coins that went up this past bull run that were like altcoins and utility coins, right? XRP, XLM, XDC were 3 of those projects. And again, ZBCN is now in line with those projects being also ISO compliant as well, right? So that is extremely bullish stuff, right? ISO compliance, ACH integration for payments, and privacy partnerships, right? Zebec super app, which is coming live as well very soon. Unified Web3 finance hub for payroll, treasury rewards, and staking, right? DeFi is great. So when we break this down, right, to summarize, multi-chain interoperability, any chain, anytime. You don't have to just be a Solana bull to like the project. You could be Ethereum bull, BNB, Avalanche, Cardano, etc. Right? Solana-based infrastructure, real-time streaming, payroll with institutional investors, TradFi already dipping their toes in, 250 clients, governance, staking, DeFi, and obviously tokenomics are fantastic for ZBCN, sitting at 202 right now, 203 mil market cap, guys. Only 2% left to be added to the market. That's not going to make a change in the price at all, because 98% is already circulating, right? There's projects when they first came out, they had less than 30% circulating. So as time progressed, that really hurt the price. And if the project wasn't a strong project, it didn't have, that future growth. It just bled against the market consistently, right? Like, for example, Polkadot, the altcoin Polkadot, Atom, for example, even ICP, a lot of people are bullish on ICP. They keep bleeding against the market. They're not finding any strength of structure, right? So, ZBCN, like I said, great tokenomics, man. Some of the best in the space for an actual utility project and an actual altcoin project, that is very legitimate. ISO compliance, stacking up against XRP, XLM, and XDC is extremely bullish. And, again, we talked about the founder, right? One of the founders attending XRP Las Vegas as well, rubbing shoulders with Brad Garlinghouse, Vibu of Solana, Jake Boyle of Caleb and Brown, and Matt Hogan of Bitwise. Bitwise is one of the key component ETF investors in the space, right? So who's to say in the future ZBCN doesn't get some type of ETF exposure, right, through Bitwise, rubbing shoulders with Brad Garlinghouse and Matt Hogan, right? So I'm telling you guys, I think this is a bullish gem. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed. This is why I never tell you to overinvest more than you're willing to lose, guys. 100,000 ZBCN, a million ZBCN is a good bet to make, right? Average person, I think, could afford at least around, you know, anywhere in that range from a million to from 100,000 to a million. That's on you. That's not me. We're all adults here. But I think 100,000 ZBCN could potentially have the return of $10,000 to $100,000 in the future, with ZBCN getting to 10 cents, and you have 100,000 ZBCN, which is the most realistic target. That is conservative at, you know, the best conservative target, 10 cents per ZBCN. That's $200 becoming $10,000, right? With 100,000 ZBCN, and you know, 100,000 ZBCN, 10 cents, pretty much clear as day, $10,000, right? Which is great ROI in my opinion. You know, 99%, 90%, 95% of people do not make money in this space. They don't. So you are making some great ROI like this, in my opinion, is a great return, right? That's a great investment. Obviously, you don't have to take all your profits. You keep a position in ZBCN for the potential long-term growth of $1, right? You take some profits, you de-risk, you leave in a potential percentage of your portfolio in ZBCN. Say, for example, you de-risk 50,000, 60,000 ZBCN at 10 to 30 cents. Or if it gets to that level, you see some profits, you take some profits, then you leave in 30,000 ZBCN for when it does eventually get to $1. Boom, you make 30K, 40K, leaving 30 to 50,000 for $1, right? 30 to 50K, right? So this is how you be as strategic as possible in this space, guys. So as always, none of this is financial advice. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Join my Discord. Link to that is in the description. And also go and support my Clips channel, where I post YouTube shorts. And, you know, after this video, go subscribe to that channel. It's in the description as well. Go watch some videos there. It really helps out. Thank y'all so much, and I'll catch you the next.